This is the iPad mini 7 and I've had it for 24 hours now. And I gotta say, I actually like it. Even though the upgrades were not that substantial because there's a 3-year time span, what we get here that's new is not going to wow anyone, and it's not gonna kind of persuade anyone to get an iPad mini 7, especially if they have an iPad mini 6. But I'm still happy with it because I love the iPad mini. This is my only iPad that I have, and it does just iPad things. This isn't trying to be my computing device. It's just a device that I carry with me on the go, whether it's when I'm traveling or I'm on the airplane, or if I go to a coffee shop, or if I'm just, sitting on the couch and I just want to consume some media, watch YouTube videos. That is this device. And a lot of people are using it for that reason. They're using the iPad to do iPad things, not to really get work done, but I still kind of integrate it into my workflow. And the huge thing for me in the past day that I've noticed is this whole jelly scroll thing. I use my iPad mini in landscape, both with the 6th gen and with this current 7th gen. And it's not as apparent as its predecessor, I'll put it that way. And actually, here's the thing with jelly scrolling. Sometimes it depends on the person, but some can vividly see it with the naked eye, and some people can. I think I was one of those people where either I couldn't see or it just didn't really bother me. And this is the same case. I don't really care about jelly scrolling still being present. It's definitely, and I've watched some videos and I've seen some tests, and I can see it afterwards when it's slowed down, the footage is slowed down. But it doesn't really annoy me, and I tried it myself too. I can get away with it. It's perfectly fine. Now the A17 Pro in the past 24 hours, everything that I've thrown at it has tackled at ease, so that's no issue. The Apple Pencil Pro having the hover support and all that stuff didn't really change the way I, again, use my Apple Pencil. I'm using it to make wallpapers. Definitely be sure to check the link in the description down below. My latest wallpaper pack is called Illusions 2.0. It definitely goes a long way in helping out the channel. And also definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we're working on getting to 45,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I believe we can make it. I'm trying to post as much as I can, both with long form and with shorts. And I'm also present on TikTok. I have 42,000 plus followers on TikTok. I'm also present on like Twitter, Instagram, Threads. Definitely be sure to check me out on my other socials as well, because we're going to be growing MTG. We're going to be talking lots about iPad mini 7, about other content, and we're going to grow MTG as a community. The camera, I didn't even open. The camera app, I didn't even open it. I didn't try it out. I don't really care too much about it. The fact that there's smart HDR4, it doesn't really matter for me. I didn't use the USB-C port to transfer files yet. Apparently it's faster, up to 10 gigabits per second, but I didn't try it out. Faster Wi-Fi 6E is also present, but I didn't really, look, I'm not doing those speed tests or anything, putting it in the geek benchmark scores and all that stuff, so it doesn't really matter for me. Does it tackle everything I throw at it with ease? And does it lag? No, it doesn't. Does it tackle everything at ease? Yes. That's really all I care about. I still picked up 256 gigs, even though 128 gigs is the base, and I'm happy that Apple finally got rid of 64 gigs. There's one thing I do appreciate, that they put the iPad mini inscription right here on the bottom. That's something that I do appreciate. Last year's, or not last year's, but 3 years ago. So the predecessor only has iPad written on it. So that's just a cool addition. Not that you should buy it because of that. And also this blue color. I liked it at first in my unboxing. It looked pretty cool, but now that I've been using it, I kind of wish they had the iPhone 16 blue on this. That would have been really cool. Vibrant colors on the iPad mini would have been very, very nice. Now, like I said with display, jelly scrolling, they didn't update it or they didn't update the quality of the display. I guess Apple says they fixed it, but whatever. They didn't update. It's still LCD. It's still 500 nits peak brightness. I'm not really using it outdoors, so it doesn't really matter for me. It's completely fine. I would love to see an iPad mini Pro. I really want to see one, but looks like we're not going to be getting that anytime soon. Although, and I will be talking about it in a separate video in detail, but apparently the next iPad mini is going to have an OLED display, according to Ross Young. Definitely be sure to subscribe to check out my future videos because I'm going to be talking about iPad mini 8 and like iPad mini Pro concept types of things. They also, Apple didn't add the A18 chipset or A18 Pro to the iPad mini. And I mean, there's probably a lot of A17 Pro chipsets laying around because they stopped production of the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. And it does have support for Apple Intelligence. It does has double the RAM, so 8 gigs of unified memory or 8 gigs of RAM. And I don't have Apple Intelligence right here on the iPad mini. I don't have the beta on this either, so I don't have it. And the average consumer isn't going to have it unless you have a beta. So it's still not available, but Apple's continuing to market Apple Intelligence like it's this whole revolutionary thing. And I'm not that excited for it. I mean, if it's here, great. If not, whatever, you know, I'm perfectly fine with it. But the thing that I love most about it is it does iPad things. And right now you won't see on screen, but I do have, in fact, I'll just bring it over. I have Notion pulled up on my iPad mini 6. And usually what I do is when I'm talking to the camera, or when you see this A-roll type of footage, on to my left, I have my iPad with some of the notes and bullet points that I want to discuss about in the video. And that's usually what I use my iPad mini for the business at least, and also to make digital products and stuff. But other than that, I use it just for content consumption. Watching YouTube videos is great. Sometimes, like, I have an iPhone 16 Pro, and while the display is phenomenal, I just like to have not a super large, like an iPad Pro type of display, but not too small like an iPhone 16 Pro. This display is perfect in size to watch YouTube videos. Playing Call of Duty is really fun on here. Pokemon Unite, I briefly got into Pokemon Unite, but I haven't really kind of gotten more into it. I usually play Pokemon Go on my iPhone 16 Pro. And yeah, I mean, browsing the web, using it for Twitter, and I don't really watch TikToks too often. And I have Canva on here that sometimes I am making wallpapers on, but most of the time that's usually done on my MacBook Air as well as my Mac Mini. But for the most part, that's, you know, what I use it for. If I'm going to go on a road trip, or like if I'm not the driver at least, or if I'm going on vacation and if I'm going to be using a plane, then I'll make sure to have my offline video or my videos download offline so I can watch those videos on my iPad mini. And the battery life has also been pretty decent. Granted, again, 24 hours. Right now it's at 47%. I didn't charge it once. I took it out of the box. I transferred all of my files on my iPad mini 6 to my iPad mini 7, and I didn't charge it at all, and sitting at 47%. And it's been great. Like, it really, I think the A17 Pro really helps with the battery efficiency. So that is a huge plus. But I will be talking more about the iPad mini. Again, like I said, upcoming videos. I love my iPad mini. I'm going to try, I have so many different ideas that I kind of have to bring into fruition too, like iPad mini setup type of thing. So definitely be sure to stay tuned. And if you did enjoy, definitely be sure to superman the like button, comment down below. Best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel out a lot and will help push my content out to more people. That's been it for me, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.